successful launch. You know, when it comes to actually putting your money somewhere, placing bets, now that Jeff Bezos has pulled this off, where are you looking?
Yeah, I mean, you have Blue Origin with a successful launch. You had Virgin Galactic with a successful launch. You've got SpaceX out there, who's now taking humans to the International Space Station. What better way to show that we're in a new space age? And so when we're looking at that, when we structured our fund ARKX, we're trying to bucket into 4 different areas. So we're looking at orbital aerospace. That's the rockets and the satellites. The suborbital aerospace, so you have space tourism there and some high-flying drones that are acting as pseudo-satellites. Then you have got all of these enabling technologies coming together. So you have 3D printing that's making it possible. You've got energy storage, which is super important. You've got deep learning and artificial intelligence for these autonomous drones. And then you've got the aerospace beneficiaries. And these are the companies that are going to benefit here on Earth from all of the space activity that's going on. So that's how we think about and structure the portfolio.
Now, Bezos told me repeatedly today, this is not about escaping Earth. This is about protecting Earth. He believes Earth is the best planet. This is where we're going to want to live forever. But we're going to run out of resources, and we need to tap those resources in space. Solar energy, water from the moon, for example. That's a very different vision than what Elon Musk has put forward. He's looking to Mars. Perhaps Earth will become inhabitable. We'll need to move to Mars. I know Cathie Wood, who of course runs ARK, is a huge fan of Elon Musk. Do you see those visions being at odds, and how does that influence your strategy?
I don't think they're at odds at all. I think if we look at it today, the internet is becoming more and more of a basic human need. And right now, half the Earth's population, so like 3 billion people, don't have access to internet. And one of the ways that we're going to bring them affordable internet is through satellite internet. And so, you know, I think a lot of memes get put out there about billionaires going to space, but all of this activity is driving down costs, and it's going to enable very affordable internet for the global population. And I don't think we can overstate how important that is.
So let's talk about cost. I mean, the tip of the iceberg here is space tourism. That is what Virgin Galactic is focused on. It's a very small part of what Blue Origin is focused on, but it's just the beginning, and it's a way that they're going to be able to make money, at least in the short term. What do you think is the real market for space tourism, and at what cost for a ticket?
Sure. So I think a lot of framing for space tourism gets put into the fact that people will spend 1% of their net worth on an incredible experience. Going to space, I think, would definitely fit in that category. And so when you look at that, you really need to bring costs down to roughly $50,000 per ticket for space tourism to become, to reach that inflection point where more people can do it. But we really think, and I think Jeff Bezos agrees, that space tourism is kind of just a way to test technology. It's a good way to commercialize it at an early stage, but he's already overpowering it. What we really see as the big opportunity is potential hypersonic point-to-point transportation. So that's not just going up for a few minutes and then coming back to the same spot. That would be going from New York to Japan in a few hours. And we think that, over the medium term, that could be a $270 billion revenue opportunity annually. Or you look at the satellite internet opportunity, and that could be $40 billion in revenue annually. So space tourism is really the first step, not what we see as the main opportunity.
Now, so much of the vision is hundreds of years out. Bezos has made it clear some of these things that he's talking about won't happen in our generation or our kids' generation or even for our children's children. How do you balance making investments for a vision that is so far away versus what can actually benefit us here in the near term?
Yeah, so I think, there's definitely the 100-year vision, but with technology, it's moving incredibly quickly. So if you go back 5 years ago, no one would have said that we could have had a reusable rocket. Here we are today where rocket landings are becoming commonplace. If we look at the active satellites orbiting Earth, roughly half of those are SpaceX Starlink satellites. So this is happening very quickly. And I think the benefits we're going to see from it are going to happen far faster than people think. If you go back, 10, 15 years, the cost to get any mass to orbit was in the tens of thousands of dollars, so roughly $12,000 to low Earth orbit. Now with SpaceX, that's come down to roughly $2,000. With the next generation of rockets coming out, that could come down to $200. And all of this is in the 5-year time horizon. So we think that these opportunities that we're investing in, it is longer term time horizon than, say, investing for the next quarter. But ARC does always take that longer term time horizon of 5 years. And we think that we're going to see an enormous amount of opportunity and commercialization in space in that time frame.